Hey, and welcome to a fresh episode of Platypod Perspectives, where we go behind the scenes and ask all the nitty-gritty details about an amazing image. And I'm not going to take long to show you. This is a great image. I love this image. It's a product shot. No, it's not rendered or generated. This is the real thing. This is a photograph. And what went into capturing this photograph is very interesting. And it's not something that I see people doing very much at all. I love this shot. And the artist behind it is named Lenworth Johnson. And he joins us today to tell us a little bit more about this. Lenworth, thank you so much for joining us.
Great. Thank you for having me. How's it going?
Things are going pretty good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that image. That was an amazing product shot. Is this something that you do a lot for hire?
Yes, I do products. A lot of people don't know, but I got into products, I would say, around the beginning of COVID. And interestingly, products has helped my lighting game because of the difficulties with shiny objects and a lot of that stuff. So you have to know how to light it. And in return, when you're doing portrait, that helps with that kind of stuff also.
So the image that we looked at the opening of the show, I know a little bit of behind the scenes because I've seen the article about it, but it's really fascinating. And I have, personally, I don't do a lot of product shots, but I have done some, and I own a cocoon. And I'm just curious if that's something like what you started with, because I know what you evolved into, and I want you to give a little peek behind the curtain.
So interestingly, the light cone came about when I saw it on the V-Flat website, and I knew this product shoot was coming up, and I was like, okay, how can I shoot this simply and easily, and had to figure out an easy way to do it because they wanted this image like within a couple of days. So I didn't have time to figure out, scrims and all that other stuff that I would normally do for products.
The shot itself is so smooth, and you don't see any of those highlight flares or anything at all. And you said the magic word during your description just now, cone. And so tell us a little bit about what is this cone that you're talking about, because it's not a traditional cocoon.
Oh, it's this is the light cone. So, the light would shine. You put the lights on the outside and it would shine straight through this, and it would create those kind of, soft and intricate light detail that you would see, for example, on this product. So it doesn't give you that nasty, ambient lighting.
So you laid some blue felt and blue paper on a flat surface, yes. And then you put this product there, and then you put the cone over that, and then had your light on the outside of the cone. Is that correct?
So the product would be on the paper or on the, my shooting table. So let's say this is a shooting table, and, the product would go here, and then the light cone now would come on top of it like that. Okay.
And then the Platypod allows you to have your camera pointed straight down. I can see the setup.
So camera is coming straight through here at the top. So that is set up pretty much like this. So the ball head, Platypod ball head, the handle, and it's screwed into the camera right here. So this is coming down over the light cone like that. So that shot right there would just be you shooting in just nasty ambient light, because that would be picking up everything in the room. So whatever your studio is looking like, that would pick it up just like that. So now if you go to the next image, when you use the light cone, you get that.
Okay, so that makes for a good question. Where do you put the lights around the cone in order to get the look that you want? Do you have is it a lot of hassle, or is it fairly easy? Do you use usually just one or two lights, or do you have to get like 5 or 6 and stack them on books, or how does that all work?
So it depends on the look you're going for and what do you want to achieve from that image. In this case, from that image you just showed, that was only two light, and that was just constant light. So one was on the right side, and I have a light on the left side. So the light on the right side would not show that. You see that if you look at the left side, that nice soft highlight coming down,
Yeah.
that would not come from the light on the right side. So the Lume Cube now, when it's placed on the left side, that's where you have that nice highlight coming down. When you're doing this, you have to look at the image and you can see that visually while you're adjusting your light. So it's not difficult. You adjust your light and you can actually see the shapes and shadows moving while you're doing it.
So do you, I guess you look at the live screen, the live view screen on your camera.
Yes, I'm using live view, or you can even look through the top of the cone. You can look at the product there. And you
Oh,
can see it moving. And it's really fascinating the way lighting appears on these products.
okay. So is Platypod pretty integral in making this easier for you to do?
Absolutely. Without Platypod, it would be a nightmare because I would have to set up maybe light stands, put bars across, mount a camera in the middle. And, the setup is so cumbersome. And what this does, it makes it seamless. It does not get in the way of your photography, and that's the game changer in doing this kind of stuff. Because once I set this up, I don't have to worry about it. I could pull the tripod arm up and bend it over and do that, but then it shakes. This is solid, very solid. You set it up, you don't have to worry about it. And a little trick I learned is when you put the handle in the ball head, I set the ball head like this. So it's hooked here and it's hooked here. I don't turn it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I do it like that to make sure it's really firm in there. So it's not sliding down. Like that way the possibility might be, it might slide through, but highly unlikely. But just for extra security, I do it that way. So it's here and it's hooked there.
Very cool. Lenworth, thank you so much for sharing with us the way that you accomplish this and your special lighting. I greatly appreciate your time today. This time it was Lenworth Johnson. I'm sure Lenworth, I've seen some of his beauty shots. He's going to be invited back for sure. But for now, tune in again next time because you never know what pro behind the scenes you're going to get a chance to see.